prior to getting my law license and practicing law, I was a social worker. And today, with the Pennsylvania Innocence Project, I teach. I teach at Pitt Law School and at Duquesne Law. And so I think that I can kind of take all of these bits of my career, right? Social work, teaching, advocating. So I'm hoping that I can take every single kind of like bit of my career and bring those skills to bear on the board. I'm not afraid to be in tough situations, to answer tough questions, to tackle complex issues. And I'm also not afraid to sit down and to confer, right? And to listen. I'm not here to inflict my opinion, my social values on this community. As a school board member, I really feel like you are a representative of the entire community. And so not just the things you think you feel, any ideologies that you feel really strongly about, but you have to represent everyone. Right. And what that means is that you're inclusive. So I think a couple of things concern me about I think many things concern me about the library policy, but a couple of things I want to focus in on is first that it is divisive, right? That it has created this controversy. It has created all of this negative press for our school district, and really brought negative attention to an excellent school district, right? So I think we can just lower the temperature. And we can do that in a variety of ways, but one of the ways in which we can do that is we can stop ignoring the opinions of the experts in education and child development. Right? We have excellent librarians, we have excellent teachers and administrators. Those are the people who have degrees in education. I don't have a degree in education. And I think we should stop centralizing these decisions by board members who just simply do not have the experience to make these decisions. There's a couple of bits of information that board members, just not being a teacher, a librarian, an administrator, will never have, right? How do I make sure that the policies that are instituted within this school district represent everyone? So if there's a resource that one of our community members says, that is not right for my family, I do not want my child to access that, fine, don't. But that does not mean that that resource should not be available for another child, for another family that feels like it is the right fit. But I think as board members, really our job really is just to make sure that everyone has access to the things that they need, right? Wow, what extraordinary young people we have in this district, and then also like, I'm glad that they're doing it. I wish they didn't have to. Some of these students are so brave. They're getting up in front of these really large crowds that are hybrid, right, and expressing things that are really important to them, and they feel ignored, they feel marginalized, they're being heckled by adults. It's very sad, and I think we have to do better. There is just no question. We have to do better. I think it's a non-starter, right? I adamantly oppose cutting programs for, especially in special education, and then just extracurricular programs that really enhance the experience and the educational experience for our students. If that is what we are, if that's what we're resorting to, we have not taken a hard look at being fiscally responsible, not just now, but in the future, right? Setting ourselves up in the future to not have to cut further programs. Yeah, well, obviously I'm new to the district, right? My little guy has only just entered this district, but my husband and I bought our house in 2019 because of this district, because it's an excellent public school district. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for Pine-Richland. And I want to make sure that my son and children his age and you know, all of the children that are accessing Pine-Richland maintain the excellent level of public education that they have received, and not only just in the classroom, but all of the resources outside of the classroom, and that also we as adults are setting a better example for those children. Like we can act better. We do not have to resort to name calling. We can have civil disagreements and listen to one another, and really set an example for our students as to like, how do you engage in you know, just civil society after high school?